What's going on, everyone? It's Rando. I'm back on this chilly, rainy day, and I just kind of wanted to update a firearm that I unboxed for you guys, and it's the Echelon. To kick it off, let's throw a couple rounds through it, shall we? Of course, missed the last one. That's all right. It's stuck back open for us, so before we get into it, show you that the firearm is clear. Nothing in it. I'm not even gonna have a mag in it. So I've been carrying it in my crossbreed holster, appendix. It's been going, I think, really well. Take these off too while I'm at it, something else. In the holster, I think I've been carrying it well. I think it's fairly concealable for the size of the firearm, being a full size, which I'm really digging carrying full size right now. I feel that I'm able to draw if I need to. So many points on this to rack from, whether it's up here in the amazing serrations. You can rack from there. You got this nice flare out in the back to rack from. You can use your optic if you got one. You can use a table if you need to. But everything about this gun, I know it's just another, striker fired polymer pistol, but when I first saw it come out, I was like, I don't need that. I have enough firearms. I have a couple full size. I really don't need another one. I held it when it first came out, really talked myself out of not getting it right away. And then after a little while, I was like, you know what? I think I need to add this to my collection. Overall, really liking it. If you didn't watch the unboxing, go back through some of my videos, check it out if you don't mind. While you're perusing things, why not like, subscribe, throw me a comment, whatever you want to do, that's fine. I can dig it. Everything, being ambidextrous on this, really into it. Everything's working well being ambidextrous. The only problem that I'm having sometimes is with my grip, probably lose grip posture whenever I'm out, and I will ride on here sometimes on the slide, stop, and or release, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes whenever I'm shooting and I hit that last round, because I'm on it, it will go forward. The U notch in the back with the night sight in the front is awesome, and it co-witnesses through the holosun that I have on here. And if you didn't already know, which I'm sure you probably do, this will fit so many different types of optics, makes and models of them, because it's this, I believe it's the VIS system in here. And it already came with the posts in the front, as I mentioned already, for the holosun, which was really great. Provides some tension on the front whenever you cinch it down right here. I did throw a little bit of Loctite on it. The trigger on this thing, again, showing that it's unloaded. I'll go here. I mean, there's no sponge. I'm gonna reset it. Right there's the reset, and off again. I don't feel that there's a sponge. It's a nice flat face trigger with its own little trigger safety in there. It just really works. Like I said, I wanted to hate this gun, but I love it. I think it's so awesome. I can't wait to get another holster for it. I'm gonna order one from Censored Tactical. They are gonna be, I believe, dropping hopefully soon, because I'm gonna get one outside the waistband, actually, that has a drop on the leg and a leg strap, so I'll be able to carry it here. Another cool thing is, being full size, you can go ahead and you can run your lights on it if you want to. Looks pretty sweet with a light on it. Just, I don't know, it points so well. Just like let's say you're in that scenario of defense, and maybe you're not going to take all the time in the world to be aiming and lining up your shot, eyeballing it, and you just want to do that index point shooting, instinctive. I feel it's pointing really well. I feel it's right there. Decent grip angle on it. Whenever I pull up, I feel I'm really lining up with my sights. Overall, like I said many times already, if I haven't, I'm super pleased, super happy I got it. Can't believe that I was hating on it. Actually, I can, unfortunately, because sometimes you're like, I don't want to go with that, thinking it's all hype, but this isn't hype. This is real. And everyone's saying, comparing things to Glocks, because it was, the original, and that's fine. To me, this has so many more features, and you're really relatively looking at the same price you would be for a full-size Glock 17, and you're getting so much more with this. Not only comes with 2 mags, that's my biggest gripe, but they are available. You can actually, I believe, order them like a multitude of places online. And here's the thing, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to help you be informed. How do I get informed? Well, guess what? I read and I watch videos also. And like you're probably reading about something and watching videos too. But I'm just here to inform you because guess what? Nobody sent me this. I sent me this. Because I went to work and then I went and got it. So nobody sent me this to try out. I'm giving you just 100% honest opinion. So you're welcome, Springfield, for giving you a plug because, you know, I had to want this to go get it. So if you're like me and you're out there every day working hard for your money, okay, for a minute, and you want to, you know, have a really nice firearm, whether it be just to take to the range or to, you know, defend your family with, I think that this firearm is a great option. I have no complaints about it yet. And if I haven't mentioned about as far as the texturing goes, it feels great. The only other thing that I would say is comparable to this, whenever I held it, now I don't own one and I probably should eventually get one. And this is the only reason, buying this gun was the only reason I didn't get one, would be a Walther PDP. I kind of want the PDP Pro. To me, they're very similar firearms in the way they feel. And now the PDP Pro, I think probably has to me has a little bit better trigger. But for this one, everyone compares things to Glock triggers. Well, to me, this is better than any stock Glock trigger I've ever used. And let me throw my ears on, and let's just shoot it a couple more times. All right, so I got my ears on. One cool thing I want to show you, now the firearm will be loaded, is right here. It kind of kicks out just a smidge. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of like its own little loaded chamber indicator because you don't have the hole on top to see. There's nothing in the back to see, but that little thing, like right where on the extractor, pops out and you can see red. So it's your own loaded chamber. I'm just going to take a couple of shots. I'm actually going to walk towards the target. Whenever I run out, drop the mag, pop a new one in, and then I am going to engage. But always keep your finger up here whenever you're, you know, loading into your pants. Let's not lose any business down there. All right. So at the end there, I believe that I was riding the slide, stop, or release, and that's what made it, you know, kind of go forward. Again, improper form on my part. Let's just throw a couple rounds through it, see if I'm doing my part as far as, you know, proper form goes, if it's working. And it stayed open. Back to unloaded, nothing in it. Really digging it, really liking it, really enjoying shooting it. Honestly, I could just keep shooting. Obviously, you can see I need the practice because I'm not hitting every time and I'm only like 15 yards away. So, but hey, you know what? I'm not perfect. So why not show you some of the times that I'm failing, because I'm human. And honestly, it just comes down to proper grip angle and stuff. I do believe I have my optic sighted in, but I'm probably being a little bit sloppy with my form and not doing my part. So always practice, always train. But that's why we go out and train and practice, because we need to work on things and we have bad habits and we need to work them out, especially if this is a firearm that we're going to be you know, carrying off and defending our family with. So yeah, overall super pleased. Let me take my ears off again here. Again, like anytime you're loading, again, make sure your finger's not on the trigger, okay? Especially whenever you're carrying an appendix. I feel that gun carries well. Now, it does come down to the holster that you're using too, but with this one, I feel overall, for being a full-size firearm, it's carrying well, getting out of the holster well, going back in well. I had a comment one time of somebody saying, whenever you reholster carrying appendix, you should look down. Well, let's say, okay, let's say scenario. Let's say I draw, I'm engaging, okay? Let's say the threat is now neutralized or away, I feel I need to reholster. Where should your eyes always be? You're always be looking in front of you, surveying. The last thing I would want to do, if I feel that I'm clear, is look away, because that's the instant that you won't be clear and that things could become dangerous or anything could happen again. So what I don't want to do is be like, all right, I found it. Oh crap. No, I don't want to do that. So engaging, over, I want to be away. I still want to be vigilant. So you need to have a holster, at least in my opinion, you need to have a holster for whatever gun you're carrying that allows you to have that, to be vigilant. You know, that that you feel is comfortable, that you're able to get the firearm back into safely, but still eyes where they need to be. So there's a little, little fun factor tip for you, whatever you want to call it. Just my 2 cents, I guess you could say. But the matter at hand, the Echelon. The Echelon. Yeah. I could just if you haven't held one, please just go do it. Go to your local gun store. Like, hey guys, I'd like to hold an Echelon. I'd like to just see what it feels like. If they got one in stock, which I'm hoping they do, hold it. In a safe direction inside the gun store. I want you to go ahead and pop that firearm up, look down the sight, see how you feel about it. You might be pleasantly surprised. One thing that's also not happening with this, which, for being ambidextrous, maybe people thought would happen, is they did make this nice rise here going into the mag release on each side. And whenever I'm taking the firearm in and out of a holster or using it or even just holding it, I am not dropping that mag because that nice ridge comes up to meet it. And I haven't kind of slipped and touched it, which a lot of other firearms that I carry, especially like, if it's on my left side here and I have my mag release over here, it does sometimes release that magazine. And that's kind of frustrating. You don't want to be clicking your mag back in all the time. I haven't had that happen yet with this firearm. Overall, super pleased with it. Haven't owned a Springfield in a long time. I'm happy that I got this one though. And I did hold a Hellcat, and honestly this feels like a much larger, way awesomer version of a Hellcat. And this firearm right here really kind of got me back into wanting to full-size carry again. Can't wait to get a holster that I can use throw a light on the front, because I think that'll be nice, especially because I feel that if you're going to use a firearm, especially like carrying it, guess you probably might be out somewhere at night. Having a light on it is not a bad idea, because then you can see. I think that's a great idea actually. So why not pop it up, turn the light on, rock and roll. Especially if you're using it for home defense. I think throwing a light on here would not be a bad idea. And light brand doesn't matter, whatever works for you. Whatever is in your price point and whatever is gonna work for you and you feel is, you can trust your life with. And again, it boils down to that age-old question, or at least my age-old question of owning any firearm and if it's gonna stay in my carry cycle and if I am gonna keep it, is do I trust my life with it? So far, yes, I do trust my life with this firearm. It has not given me one issue. I've thrown all sorts of ammo through it. I've thrown my defensive rounds through it. I've thrown 115 grain, 124 grain, and a couple 147 grain rounds through it. And it's not given one issue, not one hiccup. It has eaten everything. I like it. And I'm happy I got it. So if this leads you to having some success, well then, my mission is complete. Either way, I really appreciate your time spent with me. Thanks so much for watching. Please be safe out there. If you can, get some youth into the shooting sports or hunting or some outdoor activities. Teach them safety, teach them respect, and teach them kindness. That's all we can do in life, and to be kind to others. As always, be safe, be kind. God bless. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.